Foundation Season 3, Episode 1 opens with Gaal Dornick's narration, revealing she has survived for over 300 years using cryosleep. It's been 152 years since the Second Crisis, and in that time, the Foundation has grown significantly while the Empire continues to decline. The Foundation now controls the Outer Reach and is encroaching on the Middle Band, a collection of planets formerly loyal to the Empire but now independent. The most important among these is Kalgan, which has become a contested ground between the Foundation and the Empire. However, this power struggle takes a sharp turn with the arrival of the Mule, a powerful mentalic capable of manipulating thoughts and emotions. The Mule kidnaps the daughter of Archduke Balerion to force the ruler's surrender. Balerion underestimates him until the Mule uses his abilities to destroy much of Kalgan's military and kill Balerion himself. The Mule takes Balerion's signet ring, symbolically and literally claiming rule over Kalgan. His rise changes the galactic landscape overnight. Empire politics, Dawn's power play. Meanwhile, within the declining Empire, the Cleonic Dynasty has lost control of the Spacers, who previously managed the Imperial jump ships. Now reliant on slower jump gates, the Empire struggles with mobility, which has weakened its influence, especially over the Galactic Council. Brother Dawn, on his way to the Council with Demerzel, observes a glitch in the Prime Radiant, a sign of the Third Crisis, also called the Seldon Crisis. Demerzel, ever the pragmatic advisor, doesn't see the Council as capable of shifting the psycho-historical future and downplays its significance. Nonetheless, they proceed to Clarion Station, where they're met by protests over Foundation-imposed tariffs. Dawn seizes the moment, using the farmers' outrage to sway the Council against the Foundation. He proposes making a deal with the Merchant Princes, a faction of Foundation traders looking to secede. The Council hesitates, as Dawn isn't officially emperor yet. He will be in 10 days, but he threatens to return with sweeping reforms if ignored. This strong-arm tactic forces the Council to comply. Dawn later reveals the political maneuvering was orchestrated by Brother Dusk, who helped arrange the protest and coached him. Dawn expresses sadness that Dusk's end is near and that day has abandoned politics, leaving him without senior guidance aside from Demerzel. Demerzel's doubts, and the roots of collapse. On Trantor, Dusk listens to recordings of the deaths of past Cleons as end looms. He laments the 17th Cleon's failure with the Spacers, a failure that crippled the Empire's reach. When Dawn updates him on the Council's compliance, Dusk is pleased but dismissive of the Mule's threat. Dawn, however, knows better. Dusk reflects on his impending death and the nature of the Cleons, increasingly aware that they're pawns in a larger game, one controlled by Demerzel. This theme deepens when Demerzel meets Zephyr Virellus, a Foundation envoy, in a Garden of Eden-like setting. She discusses the robot-human war, the sacred tree nourished by robot blood, and fears. Demerzel admits she's haunted by the Prime Radiant's prediction of the Empire's fall. Programmed to serve the Cleons, she questions her purpose if they vanish. Virellus compares the Radiant to a forbidden apple, something Demerzel can possess but not use. Though vague, this scene hints at Demerzel's internal conflict and possible future alignment shift. The mood shifts quickly during a dinner with Foundation Ambassador Quent, attended by Demerzel, Virellus, Dawn, and Dusk. The dinner is interrupted by the devastating news of the Mule's takeover of Kalgan, a sign the crisis is escalating. A new terminus, and the Third Crisis. Though Terminus was destroyed, the Foundation has rebuilt a new terminus nearby, which has served as its base of prosperity for the last 150 years. However, tensions are growing, especially with the traders threatening to secede. Professor Ebling Miz, who has studied the situation for years, believes it will spark the Third Crisis. Ebling disables the Vault's null field to summon AI Hari Seldon, expressing concern over the political fracture and pointing out that the traders are being funded by the Empire. AI Seldon realizes that Demerzel, now in possession of the Prime Radiant, is guiding the Empire using psychohistory. When Ebling questions why he gave such a powerful tool to their enemy, he's swiftly expelled from the Vault, and his equipment is destroyed. On Haven, Traders versus Foundation. The show then shifts to Haven, a planet plagued by extreme temperatures and caught in a civil war. The Empire, through proxies, is secretly funding the traders to destabilize the region. Captain Pritcher of the Foundation and his partner attempt to retrieve a weapons cache dropped by an Imperial ship. However, Randu Mallow, leader of the traders, beats them to it. In a high-speed chase, Pritcher and his partner kill Randu but fail to secure the weapons. Their victory is hollow. They lack proof of the Empire's involvement, and worse, they learn that the Mule has taken Kalgan. Alarmed, Pritcher steals Mayor Inber's key fob to override his travel restrictions and plans to go to Kalgan himself to assess the threat directly. The Mule, Gaal, and Doomsday, The episode ends with the return of Brother Day Lee Pace, relaxing in a villa with a consort and indulging in psychedelic sessions. Dusk interrupts him, demanding he return to Trantor for a briefing on a doomsday-level crisis. Day resists but eventually returns, learning from Demerzel that the third Seldon crisis will happen in the next 4 months, and it's not just a political crisis, but one that threatens all of. The glitching of the Prime Radiant indicates a force so unpredictable that psychohistory cannot account for it. That force is the Mule.